when you coming out here, you kind of you zone out. You get pretty comfortable. You know, it's a hell of a ride out here, man. You know, but one thing for sure, man, you get to be on another level when you riding out here. You know, especially when you zoning out.
It's beautiful, right? I was actually listening to my single Fire on the way here, and as I was listening to it, just on my way here, man, I was like, man, it's a beautiful area, man. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Great. I'm privileged to be here. Thank you.
Well,
And that's out now, right now on YouTube and on Apple Music.
well, welcome to Street Recovery. We got the artist, Bally. Look, we just gonna cut to it, man. I heard the single. Dude, you got something. Up and coming artist in Cleveland, man. And
Appreciate that.
you like how it's looking. You like how it's going so far, huh?
Hey, I love it. You know, just putting in that hard work. Of course, talent. You know, you got to have a little bit of both. And when you mix that in together, you get a great recipe. You know, then you just cook it. You know, and then people just start placing an order.
Placing the order. Speaking of placing them orders, a lot of shows you've been traveling through over here in the Midwest, and I don't know how far west you went through. How's that experience?
Excuse me. Well, I got a lot of relationships with people. You know, as y'all can see, I got a feature out with Lil Craze called Man Yes. You know, after I did that, you know, stuff started to skyrocket. You know, and then I got a relationship with Murder Pain. Shout out Murder Pain. You know, he know what he did for me. You know, by me having ties with him, you know, through social media, you know, that bring great what you could say, that bring great
Exposure.
you know, to my page, you know, and everything just be solid, you know. Shows right now just been at a low rate right now because I just been grinding, hustling. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on an album right now actually. You know what I'm saying? I've been working on that. So the show's kind of, you know, been a little dry. Not because I can't get booked for any. It's just because, you know, sometimes I turn them down, you know.
Because you're more focused on getting everything going and
Yeah,
building
you know,
a bigger brand.
I'm hustling, I'm grinding right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, you know, get on the next level. So,
Well, with that
by me
comes
being
everything.
of course, yeah, you know.
You know, I was listening to Vegas Jones, which is Jay-Z's right-hand man.
Okay.
And he was saying how Jay-Z was turning down a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of shows and everything like that to brand himself in a better position. No matter how much money it was, you know.
Yes.
You being at the beginning, you turning things down to create your craft better and put how can I say, a better shine on your craft in the studio.
Yes, just perfecting my craft, you know. So that way, when those shows do come, I know that I won't have to worry about them not being sold out.
Right.
You know. So it's not the fact that I can't get venues going. It's just not right now. Let me grind, get this music out here. Then that'll come. You know. So
Of course.
You know.
Of course.
So you know, I just right now you can just say I'm playing my part, playing my role. You know, just.
I'm trying to push it to another level and put the city up where it should be, like the others are.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of the others, I think one of the guys is flying the flag of the city real high. It's Doughboy. Good music. He and a few others, but I think he's leading the city with everything going. from that artist to the others, where is it that you want to be in this game?
Shout out Doughboy. You know, where I want to be in this game, I want to be at the top. And when I say the top, I just want to be great. I want to use my image, my perfection, my craft to just uplift the youth and just show them, like, if I can do it, you can do it too. Like, I don't believe in chasing dreams because chasing dreams is expensive.
You damn right about that.
I believe in going to go get your dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't believe in the word chase. You got to go get, you know? And I just want to be at the top. I want everybody to know my music forever, even when I'm not here. I just wanted to just live forever. That's my goal, because it's just about the music with me. I love it.
Okay.
So I just wanted to live forever. That's my goal.
It will. It will. Keep grinding. You mentioned making the music for the youth. A lot of street shit you talk about. A lot of everyday life. A lot of kids need to learn some of the lessons of this, some of the street shit that you speak of. You maybe telling us stories of some of your partners, some of your family members, or just being out there on that damn road at those concerts and seeing things.
Well, never in my music do you hear me talk about, like, really, I'm going to kill you, stuff like that. Like, you're right. I talk about things I see, things I've been through, things I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when it comes to that, I'm just rapping what I see and what I go through. It's my story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, it's not about the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's not about what you put out. It's about what you do with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I tell you my story and I'm getting paid for telling my story, what I do with that money, I'm the type to feed my people.
Yeah.
Make sure my people straight. Show the youngest that if you have a story to tell it. You know what I'm saying? Be real. Let people know where you come from. Let people know your struggle. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Letting people know my struggle, what I see, what I go through. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to.
Yeah, as you should.
If I don't do that, that's not me being real. That's me being fake.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, take what I'm saying, dig what I'm saying, feel what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, just know that I'm trying to do greater things. I'm trying to do greater things. Like, I'm trying to give back. I'm trying to help my community. I'm trying to show love, like, be a better son, be a brother, be a better, you know what I'm saying? Be a better nephew, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all I'm trying to do. At the end of the day,
that's
like,
what you supposed to do.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm
just trying to do the right thing and just show people, like, if you got a dream, go get it. Don't chase it, because it's a difference.
Yeah, big difference. Sometimes you chase, and you go off path while you chasing. You lose that road and you get lost.
Sure.
You stand on your path. I'm going to say you headed in the right direction.
Thank you.
You
Appreciate that.
you all the way up to what, 50,000 followers in
Yes,
less
sir.
than 2 years or something like that,
Hey,
right?
hey, remember, go get your dream, don't chase it. You gotta go get it.
So, I want to say this. A lot of things that we go through and we see out here. You on this road when the times you were out there, a lot of bullshit goes on with this industry that you in.
Oh yeah.
You only trying to make a better way for yourself and for your family. Um, but there's street shit that interrupts this while you on that grind.
So
Uh, Explain the bullshit you had to put up with while being out there trying to do the right thing and go in a different direction. Because I don't think a lot of people understand as a artist coming up, they don't understand the shit you guys go through out there when you just trying to do the right thing, you know?
yeah, you know, one thing that people don't tell you about going to go get your dream, but I'm gonna tell you that it come with sacrifices. You know,
Yeah.
I lost a lot trying to get where I'm at today. Like, I really lost a lot. I lost relationships with people that I had for a long time because of this. I done went broke a lot of times and got right back up because of this. It was times where I had to borrow for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I'm gonna just keep it real. When you in this and you trying to go to the top, all I could say is you just got to be built for it.
A lot
You
of
just
that.
got to be built because if a person was in my shoes and everything I lost and everything I had to do, it would have been fold.
Yeah. A lot of them have, you
So
know.
like, at the end of the day, man, even though what I promote may be explicit, I always keep God first. And I pray to him in my own little way. Like, I may smoke me a burner and go
Yeah.
listen to some gospel instrumental beats and just be chilling. Like, I give God praise in my own little way. So like, and it be working. So all I can say is you just gotta really be built because it do come with losses and it do come with sacrifices. You just gotta be ready and always remember to go get your dream, never chase it.
Well, that says it right there, you know. With a lot of this street shit, you know, a lot of older folks, they don't understand the new wave generation when it comes to the street shit. Uh, a lot of us, we've left the streets for since the '90s or whatever, uh, and we don't understand a lot of how this shit goes. Um, for instance, how how many say they banking this and they making that, and to us '90s guys, some of us be like, well, damn, ain't nobody on the block. How is he making this and making that? But someone, had to say, well, a lot of these dudes, they're on Instagram and doing this and that. Everything is quiet. And the shift of this stuff, I can say how a lot of these dudes is making this bread brilliant, quiet. Uh, they do what they do and they take it to another level. Uh, they put the money that they make from the streets into they self. And I can say this your generation is really monkey footing the game by doing that. And you guys are brilliant. You leave these damn streets. You're making so much fucking money out here, man. I mean, dude, back in the '90s and the '80s, guys was making money or whatever, but you guys took it to another level.
You see, it's like this, dog. See, like, I'm gonna just put it to you like this. Like, if you go look at an old 80s, 70s video,
Yeah,
everything green screen. You look at 2015 to now,
yeah,
everything real.
Yeah.
So that's all I gotta tell you. You see the difference between us new scooters and old scooters?
Yeah.
You know, what we saying now in our rap music be real spill.
Yeah.
What we put out in our rap music be real. We
Yeah.
ain't behind no green screens. And I don't believe in high budget videos. Like, I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get my niggas. We're gonna go get a bottle. We're gonna go shut down the store. And we're gonna go shoot a video just like that. Just to let you know, like, no, you don't need all that high pay videos to go do something. No, just be real. And you know what I'm saying? And it the touch
And you
base on what
saving
you
that
said,
damn money too.
the touch based on what you said, like
Yeah.
about the street. My whole family street.
Yeah.
My mama from Miles, my dad from St. Clair,
Yeah.
my brothers from St. Clair. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up with hustle in my mind since I came off the womb.
Yeah.
Like my parents and my brothers, they wished that on me. Like my
Yeah.
brother shout out Gold. He come over to this day every time, you know what I'm saying, always got something positive to say that keep me going and motivated. Like my family street, you know what I'm saying? So I get my hustle from them. All I know is hustle and go get it. You know what I'm saying? And if I do go broke, tomorrow I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna pick myself up and go figure out a way to go get some cheese and invest it back in myself.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta be standing on no block.
Yeah. You
I feel
right.
I ain't got no felonies. I'm 25 years old. I ain't never been locked up a day in my life. And you know why? Because I'm smart. One thing this game don't like is a smart nigga. They like people who in and out of jail. You know what I'm saying? They don't like a smart nigga. That's why I'm doing it by myself. And it's, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't need no deal. You feel
Well,
me?
you can do it. You got to follow in your damn self.
When you smart out here in society and you go to these labels trying to do something, they don't want to talk to you because you know why? You're gonna be on time to them interviews. You're gonna be on time to them endorsements. You ain't gonna be locked up and missing out on that. Because when you locked up and missing out on that, guess who getting rich? Them labels.
Yeah.
Not you. You missing out. You feel what I'm saying? So they don't want a smart nigga. So I'm just gonna always keep it real. Like at the end of the day, that's that. And you know what that come from? That mentality come from? My family being street
Yeah.
and them teaching me the ropes on how to go in this life. And I listen. That's the difference between me and other people. I listen.
Yeah. You don't
When
want
people
nobody
come
screwing
around
you
me,
over.
when people come around me and they tell me what to do, I listen. But old me didn't. That's why
Yeah.
it took me so long to get here. I could have been here. I could have been had 50,000 followers a long time ago, but I wasn't listening. When I finally buckled down and I understood life and I started listening, man, I took off. And I'm going to always take off.
Well, when you have
Smoke and fire out right now, too.
when you have intelligent people guiding you in the right direction, and sharing some of their wisdom with you.
Yeah.
As a youngster, sometimes we catch on to that late, and then we finally get it. Boom. And once we start listening, that's when you start taking off.
Yes, sir.
But once when you don't listen and you just keep fucking off, you put yourself in a situation. A lot of those situations turn out to be ugly.
For real.
Some of those situations turn out to be life-changing.
For real.
But when you take that, what these folks are telling you, and you use it to your advantage,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the outcome like you got now.
Like for you, for instance, you know that conversation we had not too long
Yeah,
when we
right.
chopped it up by you being blood, my family, man, I took that information, dawned on it, and it motivated me. I thank you for that too.
Yeah, man.
Real
It's
talk,
a dope
like,
conversation, man.
So like I listened to everybody. When we had that conversation, I took every
Yeah.
bit of that info, that 411, and I took it with me right in my heart. Next day, motivated me to go harder. Real
Yeah, I
talk.
don't know it
I was
all.
up all day, all night. I made about 5 songs.
I don't know it all, but I know some.
Real. And I took that some and I made some with it, motivated me.
Well, that's what
And
it's
I
all
appreciated
about.
that change.
That's what it's all
I made
about.
$1 out of that 50 cents
That's what it's all about.
on Jesus sandals.
We, you know, one thing we discuss a lot on this podcast is family. Now, no matter how much street shit you go through,
Mm-hmm.
it don't matter what you done.
Mm-hmm.
Family, how big of a part does that play into everything that you went through in life and everything that you coming up to be?
Man, that play a big part. And that's how I know if my song's good. Like when I'm done making a song, I go straight to the house, to my family, and I just know if I should put it out just by their reactions. You know what I'm saying? If they not rocking with it, I'll go back to the studio and I put a little bit more work to it. Shout out Money too. You know what I'm saying? He produced all my current music now. My brother used to record my music till he had my little nephew. You know what I'm saying? Then priorities kicked in. Shout out to my big bro. He used to record my music too. But now I got my own producer. Shout out Money. Forever my producer. We locked in for sure. And you know, but family play a big part. Like without my family, man, I don't even think I'll be here. You know,
Yeah.
and you know, people gotta understand that. Like my circle's so small, it's just my family.
Well, when your circle is small,
Like they play a
less
big part.
bullshit goes on,
For
and
sure,
you know
for sure.
when
Like I
you have
need my
that
family. For sure.
small circle with some real ass people in that circle,
For sure.
a lot of shit get put to rest real quick. All right, let's go into this. You you being a up and coming artist from the city of Cleveland, explain how hard it is to make it out of this because you're not in Atlanta, you're not in LA, you're not in New York. Explain how hard it is to make it out this when you got so many in the city that's trying to do the same thing.
It's very hard because Cleveland is not a music city, for one. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's just not a music city. Cleveland, no disrespect, I love where I'm from, but Cleveland never really had its own sound.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
so because of that, it's not a music city. So it's very, very hard. That's why you get a lot of artists. They move to Atlanta, LA, places like that
Yeah.
to grow.
Tap into those markets and that sound.
For sure. So it's hard, but you know, you just got to keep putting music out and just stay dedicated and keep hustling and grinding, you know, and it'll all work out, you know. It's just, if they not bumping you in Cleveland, go to a place that's bumping you and do what you can out there, you know what I'm saying?
Create
Wherever you from,
relationships
like
and
wherever you
everything.
wherever you from, you know what I'm saying? You know, if one place don't like you, there's always another place that will.
Well,
And
that's
rock
one.
with you, you know what I'm saying?
That's one thing I can say about you guys being in this social media industry. You guys can go and get a following real quick because it's a lot of people that likes a lot of different things versus 20 years ago you had to get what you can get. Now you throw your music out there, a lot of people from this area like it, a lot of people from overseas like it, and you guys can build your own brand through that, and
For
you
sure.
guys are doing a damn good job at that, man. So
That's the beauty of social media, you know. But you know, social media. To be honest, I'm gonna be real. I don't like what you have to go through to get noticed now. I like how it was back then. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And the music back then was different as well. Like music was more loving, more genuine. You know, now it's more, you know, arrogant, more gangster. But I love that too. You know, I love both eras, both. You know, so I don't really trip over that. But it's just
yeah.
like I do really wish that, you know, it was the music game was how it was back then.
Back in the day,
Like I really do because
you had
you
more.
had to really have talent. Now
Yeah,
now anybody can go viral. You could do some dumb shit and then it just go viral, like all on
You
the
you
net.
about one of the few youngsters that recognize and say that.
For real.
One of the few that says that. I think a lot of us old heads would appreciate you saying that because 90s, excuse me, early 2000 and 90s, 80s era, those were the pinnacle of hip hop.
For sure.
We seen some things happen, far as in the streets with the crack era, and we seen how some of those guys wanted to get away from that. A lot of those guys got the hell away from it
Sure.
and took their career to another level. One in particular, I'm going to say, is Ice-T. Ice-T was he was in the streets tough. Got out the army and all that kind of stuff, and he got into hip hop after he got out the streets. The guy, I remember him being on old school movie called Breaking. One of the most influential verses that he had he spoke in that movie.
That was a good movie too.
You seen that?
Yo,
Breaking?
Ozone.
Yeah, Turbo and Ozone.
They break
Yeah.
dance like a mother.
Yeah, check out Ice-T's Reckless, it's called. One of my favorite artists. He transcended into something like no other, man. I mean, the shit that he used to do or whatever, and where he at now. A true street recovery dude, How many of your partners have you seen recover from the streets like that? And how well are they doing going on in life?
Well, to be honest, I got some of my homies that still locked up. I got some niggas that be snitching for burgers, and
Yeah,
you
that
know what I'm
comes
saying.
with
You got
the
some
game.
people that'll tell for a Big Mac. I got a homie that's doing 35 years right now. You know what I'm saying. I got homies that really got out and doing better now. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like, real talk. One thing about me, man, I'm gonna just put it like this. When it comes to that jail and that prison shit, man, I feel like this. I love my freedom so much, and I work so well in society. I think it's more gangster to say that you never been there knowing all the shit you did.
Yeah.
So like, I just feel like when you talk about jail and when you promote it, that's where you're gonna end up.
Well,
So
it sends your attention and
really-
your energy into that way. It's,
for real.
You know.
You know what I'm saying? And for real, I'm gonna be honest. That is probably why I do have a harder time, and I did have a harder time getting to where I'm at, because you know what I'm saying. I don't fuck with crack.
Yeah.
You don't never in my songs do you ever hear me talk about that shit.
Yeah.
I talk about reefer. I may talk about a couple pills, couple Zanny pill, couple perks. You know what I'm saying? I might talk about some lines, which I'm referring to as drop, codeine. But other than that, you don't hear me talking about none of that other stuff, because, like I said, I'm real. I don't involve myself in that. That's another reason why I never been incarcerated, because I don't put myself in the position
Yeah.
for a nigga to ever take nothing I work hard for, or would I ever put myself in a position to be incarcerated. I'm not throwing dirt on people who are. I just look at life a whole different way. It's more gangster to say that you never been there knowing what you've been through.
Well, put it this way. With your generation, it's a lot easier to get where you need to be, but just by getting a little bit here and a little bit there, compared to back in 90s, 80s, where you had to, because economic restrictions. I'm gonna say, jobs wasn't.
Well, had to do what?
Well, to get anything you want, you
Oh
can
yeah.
get it quicker and easier these days
Oh yes, yes sir, yes sir.
compared to back then. Man, before we had these damn phones, man, it was harder. You
For
know,
sure.
yeah, you could go get a job, but man, look, it was 4.25, $5 an hour in high school
But
minimum
I feel
wage.
like back then for y'all it was more easier because like money wasn't even
Easier or what?
to do what you got to do because like money,
Yeah, you
you know
could
what
do
I'm
what
saying?
you
It was
got to do,
easier. I feel
but
like now it's harder than anything now
you think
because
so?
I do. I know so because like I be talking to like my older generation of people. They be
Yeah.
talking about like how money was back then. Like you could have took $1 and got 50 snacks back then
Yeah.
out the store. Like real talk, like $1. Like if they went up on the chips now. The
Yeah,
two for them
yeah.
bitches
You right.
a
You
dollar
right.
50
You
for
right.
one now.
You
Like
right.
real talk for one bag they went up. So I feel like it's easier because money
Well,
wasn't
life got
too
more
much of an issue back then. You know what
life
I'm
got more
saying?
expensive.
Yeah.
You know, it's
So
what
like
it is.
so
Oh,
as far as that, like
I can say you're right. You're
like
right.
that's how the game is.
You're
I
right.
wish the music was like that, like how it was back then. Now, like I was saying about that, like everything. I feel like everything back then was a little bit more jelly, like a little bit more easier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and a little bit more stricter too, because you had to have talent.
Yeah,
To
and
now you don't have to have talent.
a lot
If you
of
know what
people.
you're doing, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Um, you being you being the artist that you are. Uh, I'm going to speak on some Cleveland shit. Who made things possible in the city and who jumped the city off? First, it was a guy named MC Brains. He did okay. He was signed to Michael Bivins of New Edition.
Okay.
Whatever went wrong, you know, his career was done, and he was very pissed about whatever went wrong. That's his story to tell. The next, out of East Cleveland, Brothers for the Struggle, very influential, very much before their time, very talented. And then you had, after that, everybody else that came through the doors. Brother for the Struggle was regional, I'm gonna say. Very, I put it this way, very real. They sparked the whole city to be great. Seeing those guys throughout the neighborhoods, you know, somebody you can actually touch and shake hands with and say what's up to. Done a lot for a lot of people. You know, that was our first rappers in the hood. You know, you actually see. You as a entertainer, rapper, hip hop artist. When kids see you and want to meet you, once you make that connection, what is it that you do to try and pull them kids, gravitate them kids to you, to follow you?
I just try to, for one, be myself. For two, just give them a positive message. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just try to give them a positive message and just tell them, like, man, there's more to life. You know what I'm saying? And out here doing drugs, stealing cars, you know, going in and out of jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever God blessed you with, like, whatever talent He gave you, you know what I'm saying? You use it to your perfection and you go get it. Like, don't spend time, you know, trying to worry about what other people think. You know what I'm trying to say? Like trying to step out of your comfort zone to make somebody else happy. You know what I'm saying? I say like just what I could do for the young youth with my craft. Just show them, man. Like
Yeah.
you got to go get your dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not gonna lie, I could do a little better job. You know what I'm saying with that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, we all can.
I could do a little better job with that. Because I got nephews. You know what I'm saying? But that's really all I just try to get out to the youth. Like, man, if you got a dream, man, just go get it. Like, you know what
But
I'm
that's the
saying?
most valuable
Like
message you can
that's
give them,
like
right there.
that's the most like that's really what I could say because like man, ain't nothing better than being your own boss. Like that's just the best. Like nothing better than that. And I learned that a long time ago. Like you can just tell these like one thing I could just say I want to do too. I want my young people to know a little bit more about credit because you know what I'm saying? That's one thing these schools and stuff don't teach you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they're not gonna
So
do
like
that.
I want to use my craft to also teach the young youth about credit at a young age because I didn't even know about it until I got in my 20s when it was already too late. So, you know what
It's
I'm
never
saying?
too late,
Oh,
brother.
oh no, because when, after it was too late, I realized that, you know what I'm saying? We have 800 credit scores now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Real talk. I'm just saying, like, it was too late. Like, at
yeah.
around the time, it was
To
too
where
late.
you
I didn't
need
know
it.
nothing about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's not because we wasn't taught that from our people. It's because the schools failed us.
But
You know what I'm
and
saying? Like, and I
let's get
just,
into that.
you know what I'm saying? I feel like the schools failed us. So because the schools failing us and the system failing us, it's Baldy's job to use his craft to better this, to better the situation and teach young kids like, man, credit.
Now,
That's what
the school
matter.
system, you say, failed us. The school system didn't only fail you; they failed my generation and the generation before me. Now,
I mean, I really can't speak on a on a past generation because I wasn't born and I wasn't in that
right?
era. I could speak on now.
Yeah.
Yes, they did fail because like, I didn't know nothing about money. I mean, I knew how to get money, but I didn't know how to invest. You
Yes.
know, I didn't know how to manage it the right way, and I damn sure didn't know about credit
Yes.
at all. Like not at all until I got older, and I feel like that's the school's job. Like look at it
It
like that.
is because it's
I'm gonna
life.
be 100. They would rather give you a child development class and carry a baby, you know what I'm saying, than to teach you about credit. Now that's backwards. When I was in high school, it was a child development class where they gave you a fake baby. You had to take care of it. That's why our whole generation got babies now. Didn't nobody teach us about credit in high school for real. So I feel like it be the schools and the systems, and we need to do a better job at that because it's they look at the rappers like we tearing the community down and the entertainers and the people who trying to go to the top like we tearing it down when we only telling our story and trying to just get a dollar.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
that's who they want to blame,
And they don't look
and
at the real picture. Like get rid of the child development classes and put some credit classes in the schools and teach us about credit. And that way when we get adults, we know what we doing and we ain't in debt by the time we 22 and we can't go get what we want to get. Now we struggling trying to pay this debt. You know what I'm saying?
it's
So
pretty
like
deep.
so what I say is that's what I'm gonna do. Better the schools, better the community, and teach my youngest about credit.
No,
Because that's what it take for real.
you think? Well, I'm not gonna say you think. Is this by design from your thoughts that we're not taught credit and any kind of financial responsibility? Is this by design? And when these things occur, we get to this level where we're adults, working day to day, and we get caught up into this so-called American dream where we go out and purchase expensive ass cars and we don't have the means of income to really keep up and pay for this shit.
For sure.
This happens over and over again.
For sure.
But it goes back to what you said about learning how money is supposed to be used.
For sure.
Now, you have over and over again a lot of us, not just young, not just old, not just black, not just white. the things that you speaking of, credit and financial responsibility, we're supposed to be learning in school,
For sure.
not in college when it's
And what's the rate on a black man graduating high school after his 4 years of going to college? What's the rate on that? It's very, very, very low.
very low. You're
So
right.
they not gonna know. Either they not gonna know about credit ever, or they just gonna find out late when it's already too late, like I
When they
did. And
deep into
now
it.
you gotta do what you gotta do to get back up. When you really didn't have to do that, you could have learned that back in school instead of them doing child development. You know what I mean?
Well, child development, I think, was there to do what you said, where people go out and be influenced to have a baby and can't take care of a baby. And you see that over and over again. Me, my generation, I've seen it over and over again. And it puts people in a difficult situation in life if they don't have that strong family foundation where everybody helps.
Sure.
You know, you sit there and you wonder, why is it child parenthood class or whatever it is, and there's no class for plumbing, electrician,
Credit.
credit. You sit and you wonder why. What the hell is this all about?
You know what it is? They're just trying to set us back. And
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help that, fix that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I should have been here a long time ago. But,
Well,
you know,
you got to take your bumps and
what you gonna
bruises.
do if you don't know?
You got to
So,
take
now
your
that I
bumps and
know,
bruises like the rest of us.
now that I know, them bumping bruises got band-aids and they heal, and I'm
Yeah.
much smarter. And now Bally can't get finesse. I'm the
Yeah.
finesser.
Good, good. Life has its ways of throwing a lot of difficult shit at you.
Yes, sir.
One, we can say everything that you have planned sometimes don't work out for you.
Oh yes, for sure.
How is it that you making this work out for you?
Cause I'm going to go get my dream, and I ain't chasing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. I'm making it work because I cut off the people who wasn't helping me, and what I mean by that is I cut off baggage, old friends. I cut off people who wasn't good for me in my circle. That helped too. I perfected my craft. I'm still perfecting it. You know what I'm saying? Back then, my music was sounding like I was under the water. Now my music sound like I'm on top of the water. Shout out Money, my producer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like I'm just keeping faith, keeping God first, and it's just working.
Now,
And that's all I'm doing. Like, and it's just working. Like, and I'm watching. Like, I'm always watching, and I'm always willing to learn. Like, if somebody got something to tell me, I never been an arrogant person, like, cut them off or not want to listen. Like, if you got something to tell me, if it's something I'm doing wrong, I'm all ears. Like, tell me, and I'm gonna fix it. And especially if it involves my music, like, I always been that way. So I'm never ashamed, and I'm never afraid to take information from somebody, whether they younger than me or they older than me. I done got information from my young cats. I done got information from my older people. I done got information from family, all type of information. And I made sure I listen. Even if it's criticism, I listen and I fix it. I'm never ashamed to listen. Maybe then I was. And that's why I said it took me long to get here, because I didn't have knowledge and I also didn't listen. Now that I listen and I got the knowledge, I put it together, it's working.
now you mentioned people that aren't in your circle anymore due to a lot of bullshit
Mm-hmm.
You know, explain when you're on the grind and you trying to reach a certain level in life,
Mm-hmm.
how much of that shit goes on and the difficulty you have focusing and staying on track when it gets into that kind of drama, I should say.
You know, one thing about me, man, I learned how to just block that out. Like, you can't cry for support. You got to make them support. So when it come to that, people I lost friends, man, if you ain't here today,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna be here tomorrow. You made your choice. You ain't want to be a part of the team. You jumped off the boat. Fine. So I don't even look at it like that. They don't want to support. You make them. Cause the people who don't listen to your music, some people they might buy whatever you doing in the street to hustle to support you. They may not like or click your link, but they support in your pocket to invest to keep doing what you're doing. So I don't look at it like that.
How's
If
that?
you ain't supporting my product and my brand, it's cool. But are you gonna pay for that ticket when it's time to come to the show? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you gonna give me a clapping hand when you see me on stage performing?
Yeah.
Are you gonna buy this merch that I'm selling online, or I'm selling out the trunk of my car after a show or something? Are you gonna do that?
That's the
You
beauty
know what I'm
of
saying? So
that's
like
the
you ain't
beauty
you
of
ain't
what you guys got,
you
man.
ain't gotta support my music, but are you gonna support anything else I'm doing? So I don't look at it like that. You got some people, man. I had to really understand that. Like I'll be like when I first started, I'll be like, damn, why ain't such and such liking my shit? Like we was just in the car smoking gas, laughing. I post a song, why you ain't like it? You know what I'm saying? I'll be tripping on that. But then it'll dawn on me. This nigga just bought my merch though. Why am I tripping about him not liking this shit? But he buying my merch so I can keep paying for my stew time. So I can keep this shit going. And I'm mad about a like or he ain't post this or she ain't post that. People gotta get out their feelings. People gonna support you in different ways. You know, even though they gone and they ain't here, trust me, they still support me. But I'm never gonna forget that they left, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that's very
So
that's very rare that you speak about that. You
for
know,
real,
a lot of cats would turn it into something else.
for
You know
real.
what I mean?
I ain't
But
even gonna turn
you
it into
stay
nothing. Real
you
talk.
stay positive. You stay moving. No negative vibes. You know.
Cause even if they ain't support you, best better believe they probably in the car alone bumping your song so they streaming.
Yeah.
You know you get $1 off that. So
Well, that's great,
I
man.
don't trip off that. Cause you best better believe they somewhere listening to my song right now. Talking about some damn, I wish I would have stayed on the boat.
And it feels so good when you reach that top and you say, "I told you."
I ain't even gonna say I told you.
Well, you say it
I'm
to
gonna let my
yourself.
music and my appearance show when I step.
How do it feel when you have a person in another country listening to your music, commenting, and even donating to everything that you have going on? What kind of feeling is that, man?
My heart start doing triple backflips. That's how appreciative I am of it. Every time I see it, somebody tell me or purchase something, man, my heart do backflips, triple backflips. The other day it did a triple stunt off a ramp because I had got about 1,000 subscriptions in like about 3 hours on my ground,
Wow.
and it's going for $4.99. You do the math.
Shit.
Guess what my heart did? Jumped,
Yeah,
and I
well,
went out and got me another pennant
that's what it's all about, man. That's
and
what it's all
a
about.
couple ounces.
You had to throw that in, huh? Well, look, man, you're doing everything right, like you should be doing. You're going at your own pace. The hell with, all this other shit that's going on. I can
So
tell you uh, just by seeing, where you started and where you at now. Hey, that's a hell of a grind, you know.
Man,
That's a hell of a grind, man, and
man.
it's a quiet grind.
I get it from my parents. Just blessed to have both of them. You know, a lot of people
Hmm.
can't say they still have both their parents and still living too. And that come from that too, man. That's a big motivation too. Cause without them, man, I wouldn't be here today. So that's who I do it for. Really, my parents.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what I
well,
do it for.
they brought you in this world.
Real
You got to
talk,
go
bro.
ahead and get them the
Real talk.
Bentley and
And
all
my
that other shit that they want.
and my family,
That's right.
whole family. That's who I do it for. My parents and my family.
Good brother. What's next for you?
Well, right now, currently, I'm working on the album. I got some hot features on there. I'm not gonna say. I'ma wait. Y'all gonna see. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be fire. Expected before Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna drop before Christmas this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on that right now as we speak. Also, I've been chopping it up with my homie Murder Pain. Hopefully, I'll be in the movie soon. I'm working on being in the movie. You know what I'm saying? I've been chopping it up. Shout out Murder. Real talk. Shout out Rip Flames too. My homie Money just so happened to have him up in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Rip. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Lil Cray. You know what I'm saying? Free Q Money too, man. Like, like I want to touch bases what you said about people coming up in the city too. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like
Well, you know,
I'm
a
gonna
lot of
tell you,
them.
like Bone Thugs and Q Money. They the people that really made me realize that you can make it out of Cleveland. Real
Oh
talk.
yeah.
I never met Q Money ever in life. I never met him. No, don't have ties with him. But I just want to say free that man and just say that man. His his grind motivated me and it really showed me
Motivate
that
the whole city.
you can make it out. And Bone Thugs and Harmony, you know they named the whole block after them now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
supposed to be going down this week.
Real talk. Shout out to them too, man.
Speaking of Bone Thug,
I love
uh,
them.
I forgot. Well, I didn't
Study
forget
them.
to. I didn't forget to name them in the influential groups. And when I was speaking of Brothers for the Struggle and MC Brains, but Bone Thug, they took things to another level, man. I'm a date back to '95. The city was on fire, dude. Gordon Park. Uh, you couldn't get into that place. They had cops blocking everything off. We were in there and we knew a lot of those guys from cops to, the street hustlers. And
Man, yes.
uh, the city was on fire. When you're an artist from this city and you make that kind of impact, the energy of the city is incredible. I'm proud to say I witnessed that, and I'll never forget that feeling of the city, man.
For sure.
That
You talking about when Bone them was hot? Yes,
1995,
sir.
that summer, it was out of everybody's car. Eternal 1999, greatest album of all time, I think. Well, I know.
Mm-hmm.
When you're on that level, you can't be touched,
For sure. I still bump that album. They took a picture right there on them train tracks. Right
I
there.
mean,
I still bump that to this
as you
day.
should. As you
Real
should. I
talk.
mean,
And I
that
love Ghetto Cowboys.
now that was on the Mo Thugs. Uh, the things that they done, that those 2 to 3 years, they made an incredible run. Uh, from cutting with Biggie, Pac, uh, who else? A lot of other people, and they were also did a Batman sound on the Batman soundtrack. These dudes, I mean, I could go on and on about them dudes, but these guys were street dudes. They were thugs doing petty shit like a lot of Cleveland dudes do, uh, and just wanted to get out of shit.
Hmm.
Uh, they would tell late was it Wish was telling a story about how they riding down the street and a gun went off in his lap or whatever.
Well, damn.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, just shit happening. They say from that day on, they just went and got serious about the music. from petty shit like that happening. Dude, this is Cleveland.
They legends know.
You know, shit always happen. You know, it's just hard to get out this fucking place. But if you can make it out of Cleveland, you can make it fucking anywhere. Bally, give these people your information.
Instagram, HTTL_Bally. I just dropped a single called Fire. It's on YouTube. It's on Apple Music right now. You feel me? I got an album on the way. I will be posting the cover art in about a month or so. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on it right now. New features coming. I will be in the movie soon. Y'all stay tuned to that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just about to be working. You know, shout out to the people who here. Shout out to the people who not here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep going. Smoke 1134. R.I.P. Chubbs too. It's right here on the hat.
My brother, much success. Keep it going.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me, man. Taking time out your day.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's time out your schedule. You coming to see me. I had to, you know.
I ain't had no problem pulling up. Thank you, man. Real
thank
talk.
you.
For real. Like
Street recovery.
Street recovery, baby.
I'm your host, Crenshaw. This is Bally.
Hey, tune in, subscribe.
All that stuff.
Smoke.
Out of here, y'all.